This is my tint tote tray. Let's talk about the tools inside of it and how I use it. What is up, guys? It's Wayne from Fade to Black. I got my daughter here. We're gonna go through my tint tray for 2021 because there's been some updates. If you guys haven't seen the video on why I don't use the apron anymore and I use this, click here for that video because it'll go through why I just stopped using the apron. I got the feeling that using the apron for me really didn't work well, so now I'm using my tint tray. But for 2021, I got some new tools. I kind of updated things, so now I want to talk about what is in here and why I use them really briefly. Now, I might not remember the name of every tool, so bear with me, but you guys can see the tool. And if you have questions, leave a comment down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can on what exactly that tool is at what time in the video. My daughter's gonna hand me the tools and we're gonna try to go through them really quickly and talk about how I use them when I install my tent. Now, this is a side swiper. I got this from Gasket Pro Tools. I actually use this when I'm installing my windshields and when I'm doing my back windows. Now, some people like a handle tool, but I've kind of gotten away from using handle tools, so I like to use this. I even use this for visor strips too. So this is my go-to tool for, like I said, windshields and back glasses. Now we got the Sidewinder. This is also from Gasket Pro Tools. I use this on all my roll-ups and a lot of times for my visor strips, man. Like I said before, I do not like using a big handle squeegee anymore. I like using this to do all of my roll-ups, and this thing to me works awesome. So the Sidewinder is an awesome tool. So I definitely have this tool tray. And this is another hand tool. Sometimes I use this as well. Jay Bird hooked me up with this, but like I said, I'm getting away from the handle tool, so I'm using this in addition to my Sidewinder. Now this is the purple tri-edge. I love this thing. I had a few of them. I lost a couple, but I always use this to finish up my tint installs around my roll-up. So you're doing the seals, you're getting through really good, you're doing the bottom. So I love using this purple tri-edge. And this thing is a must-have. Now, you guys all know, man, I tuck my window tint. I do not use, I do not pop panels. I do not pop seals. So this easy reach is what I'm always using to pull the gasket back when I'm tucking the film in. I'll have a video on how I tuck films coming soon, but this thing, I gotta have this thing. It's the only thing that really can help pop that seal back really quickly right away. So this thing is a must-have. You guys know the spark curve, man. I love this thing. I use this thing all the time. So if I'm heat shrinking all my roll-up film, I'm heat shrinking any type of tint, any type of install, I'm always using my smart card to heat shrink the film. So this is a must-have for me. Now the Mactac, you know what? If I get a back glass on like a hatchback or a SUV, I'm always using the Mactac. Or if something's a little bit dirty, and you can feel that little grittiness on the glass, I use the Mactac to help with shrinking the film on, like I said, dirty windows, dirty glasses. If it's a little bit dirty or just some stuff on there, I use the Mactac for that. Now, this doesn't have to be explained. You guys know you always need your knife, you always need your blade, you're cutting everything. So this, you gotta have this in your tool tray. Now, believe it or not, this little thing I got from Harbor Freight, I use this thing all the time. I think like the Volkswagen Jetta or certain headrests in certain cars, you have to push this in to get the headrest out. So I use this, and I also use this when I'm popping the doors. When you're doing frameless roll-ups to keep the door popped up, I will use this to flick that door latch. So I'm always using this thing as well. And now you guys, you know you gotta always have your tape measure. So I'm always measuring how much film I need. So this thing is a must-have inside my tote tray. Now, of course, you know, you got your square blade. You're always scraping the glass. Like some of the newer cars though, I've gotten away from. I might use an easy reach or a plastic scraper, but a lot of times you use this when you're just scraping sediments off your window tint before when you're cleaning it. Now, you know, sometimes you have a popsicle stick. If you just need to fix a little problem area you got or a little spot on a piece of glass, you heat it up, use a popsicle stick. So I definitely keep the popsicle stick inside of my tool tray. Now the Gator Blade, I don't use this Gator Blade as much, but you know, sometimes you just need to tuck film in certain tight areas, or maybe you just need to cut something, or just get in there really good with something. So I use this Gator Blade, not as much as I used to, but I still keep it in my tool tray just in case, you know. Now this thing, you know, I use this a lot. I really like to use this when I start removing tint. So if I need to pick tint on the back corner of a window or pick the tint for a roll-up as I'm heating it with my steamer, I will use this a lot to get that started, and then I can peel that away as I'm heating it with my steamer. So I use this a lot for starting to remove tint removals. Now we all know black turbo. I like to use this to go over my windows when I'm cleaning them. I think this is a really soft compound. It really helps to clean your glass when you're doing it. But I also, at the same time, I'm using my Sidewinder a lot to cleaning my roll-ups. But I still like to have this in there just in case I like to grab it, just for a cleaning type of squeegee. Now this little tool I picked up, I think I got it at the little home Menards or home box store. I use this removing all my mirror mounts. So all the Chevy mirrors and some of the Dodge mirrors, I use this all the time. I keep a little Torx head in there. I think it's a T20, just removing all the mirrors. I keep this in there all the time. Now also, like sometimes you find yourself needing a Phillips screwdriver, so I do keep a little Phillips screwdriver just inside my tote tray, just in case I need to, like I said, find something with the screwdriver or remove it. So this I keep in there as well. Now, the buttons. I always have buttons in there because I don't like to put my blade on the glass. So when I'm cutting out film, as you see in a lot of my videos, I usually take my blade, I will put it on a button in between, on the bottom of the film, and I'll use this blade to glide along the glass, whether I'm doing a visor strip or mainly on back windows. I'll put my blade on a button so the button is on the glass instead of my blade, so I hopefully won't scratch the glass. Also, now this is just a refill of blades, so you always gotta have your blades ready to go. So that's what I always have inside of my tote tray as well, just a blade refill. And then you got your little snapper, so this will collect all the blades after I snap them in there. This is collect all that so you can snap on the go and keep going. So this is always in my tote tray as well. And last but not least, you know we got the Sharpie, man. You guys know I like to Sharpie all of my roll-ups. I Sharpie sometimes my visor strips and even my back glasses so I can see where I'm cutting before I use the button. So I'll always have my Sharpie in there. And you guys know I like to Sharpie my roll-ups as well. So I always have a Sharpie on hand so I can trace where I am and see what I'm doing or see where I have to cut. So Sharpies are a must. And then last, we got the tote tray. Like, you can get these trays anywhere. I mean, you can get them on Amazon, you can get them from Walmart. They're just a basic plastic tray. Just put everything right in there. I grab it. Like I said before, my other tote tray, in my video on the tote tray, I like to be able to see where everything is in here. I don't have any certain order for it. I just keep all my tools in here. You can just see it right away and grab it when you need it and put it right back instead of having the apron and having to dig through the apron. So for 2021, this is what I've been using. I've been using it last year as well. These are my immediate go-to tools that I always keep in this thing. So like I said, man, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. This is a quick video on what tools I'm using in 2021. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and we will be back to you with another video when I get time. But until then, stay faded. Peace.
Peace.
I don't even know how your face looked in that video. And if you were looking crazy, then I'm gonna freaking just...
I just looked.